What's shaking, everybody? My name is Ross Mandell. I'm coming to you today from Delray Beach, Florida. And what a treat I have for you today. Every once in a while, you go through life and you run into somebody, guy, a gal, somebody that's unique, special, like just a different kind of cat. I was doing a podcast in August in Palm Beach with a guy named Sean Michael Kelly, #1 business podcast in America today, #1 podcast, period, on Apple, called the Digital Social Hour. He's got over 12 million people that tune in every day. He wanted me to come on. So I go down to the studio, I do my thing, and I run into a unique cat. He just affected me, my guy Nelson, Stephanie, who's my ex-wife, my partner and my booker in life. And his name is Markley Medina. You might know him as Mr. Coco Love. What's shaking, my man?
What's up, man? We taking over the world.
Yeah, that's what it is, you know? But you're a different kind of cat. In fact, I almost didn't recognize you.
You want to know the crazy story?
Tell me.
I met your guy Nelson that day, and I called my phone. And when I called my phone, I had him saved as Nelson from McDonald's. I met him when he used to work at McDonald's. Now he's working with you.
How funny is that? I heard that story. Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy. Yeah, it's just like you go through life, you network with a lot of people. You never know who you're going to meet. You treat everybody good because you never know.
You never know. Now, I want to learn a little bit about you because what you're doing today is spectacular. And everybody needs to know the story, okay?
Yeah.
Everybody. I mean, Coco Love, I'm hooked already.
Yeah.
I drink I have 2 or 3 different types of coconut water in my refrigerator right now. But I don't have any Coco Love.
Well, we got you hooked up now.
I'm hooked up, and from now on, you got a customer, and we're going to be selling Coco Love live on this show whenever we can get a chance. But who is Markley Medina? First of all, it's a really wild name, Markley.
Yeah, I'm originally from Brazil.
Is that your real name?
Yeah.
Markley?
Markley
Medina.
Yep.
So you're Brazil. I didn't remember that. Brazilian.
Yeah. I'm originally from Brazil. My family wanted a better life for me. They moved here when I was little. I was 9 months old when they came to America. My dad originally was from Brazil, and my mom as well. He wanted a better life.
Do you speak Portuguese?
Fluently.
Oh,
I
fluent?
speak Portuguese and Spanish. So, falo português perfeitamente. Eu hablo espanhol também. So, it's amazing having 3 languages that I know. It has really helped me out a lot in the business world.
I love that. Listen, it's not lost on me. Brasilia. I went to Brazil when I was a young stockbroker.
Uh-huh.
I went for 7 days, 6 nights.
Did you do Carnival?
No, but we stayed at the Copacabana Palace.
Okay.
And we ended up staying 3 weeks.
Wow. You ended up for 1 and ended up staying 3?
Correct. Me and 2 guys, because we had no idea how sexy Brazil is. I'm talking about the whole scene.
Did you get involved in the culture, the music, everything?
Mostly women.
Okay.
Nightclubs.
Uh-huh. Did you get to try the
Went to Sao Paulo.
Did you get to try the caipirinha?
I can't even tell you, bro.
Okay.
All I know is it's a little bit of a blur, but I just remember feeling sexy.
Yeah.
And, I'm just an old Jewish guy. I wasn't always old, but I was young and I was feeling it.
Yeah.
There's a flavor
Yeah.
when you go to Brazil.
Like a whole vibe.
It's a vibe. It's a flavor. It's the food. It's the women. It's the beaches. It's the sun. It's the whole thing.
You know what's one thing that I was so impressed when I went to Brazil? Everybody is in thongs. No matter if you're 300 pounds.
Right.
Or like everybody. You see like here, everybody's reserved. There, you're like, whoa, it's right in front of you. Everybody is wearing a thong, no matter if you're
They literally
60
call it,
or whatever.
They
like,
literally called it the Brazilian cut on the bathing suit. Because I said to her, I said, you guys, first of all, most of you look great, but you're wearing this little. I didn't even remember. I don't even know if we heard the word thong in those days.
Yeah.
I'm talking about. I was there in like 1980.
Wow. Yeah.
1980, bro. You weren't even alive, probably, right? Tell us how old
I'm
are you?
87, so
You were born in 87.
Yeah.
I was reborn in 87. I lost
Okay.
like 30 million that day in March.
Wow.
In October 1987. But I want to talk about you, Markley Medina. When I met
Yeah.
you, you dragged me out of Shawn Michael Kelly's studio
Yeah.
with Stephanie and Nelson, and you wanted to show me this sort of custom limo that you made.
Yeah.
Tell us about that firstly.
So that was actually bus number 3 that I built. It was the beginning of my transportation empire. So I started off in the Uber game early on.
As a driver.
As a driver. So I was just really ambitious. Somebody told me about Uber, and I'm like, what is this thing? And I took my first Uber. I was at the time I was working for an electric skateboard company. I was stuck there and I didn't have a ride. And somebody's like, you should take an Uber. And I'm like, what is this Uber? They're like, just get your phone. I'll give you a code. There, take a free ride. I took the ride. I was hooked. This guy was like, I'm making $1,500 a week, working my own schedule, and you should try it out. I'm not just the person that sits back and just listens to something. I take action. That's why I always win. It's
An executor.
An executor.
I heard that word today from a friend of
No matter
mine.
how much you listen to something, you have to take action. And I took action right away, and boom, I hit the ground running. In my first week, I made $500. I'm like, wow, this Uber thing really works. It cashes. It works. The money's in my account. I'm good. The next week, I went twice as hard. I made over $1,000, and it was New Year's. I killed it. The next week, I told my job, I'm like, hey, I'm not going back no more. I'm good.
So you quit your job where?
I quit my job working for the electric skateboard company.
Okay.
My friend Aaron created it, and I'm like, listen, I gotta.
I'm having fun.
Yeah. It was
'Cause
like,
you love meeting people, you love driving, all those things, right?
I was hooked.
I got
Uber,
you.
I was hooked. I could cash out in a few days. Boom, the money's in my account. I could work, cash out, work,
They pay.
cash out.
They pay.
Same day.
Right.
So it was amazing, and it changed my life. Next thing you know, I'm like all in on Uber. I'm like working around the clock. I'm enjoying it. I'm meeting some sexy ladies. This is the perfect job for me. I get to work when I want, take a break when I want, do what I want.
Talk to all kinds of
everybody,
different people.
meeting
Right,
amazing people, networking. It's like all the people that I want to meet, all the successful people are taking my Uber. And I'm like, imagine I take an Uber and I'm just talking to Ross Mandell. You know what I'm saying?
Shocking.
I'm like, wow. You know what I'm saying? He guys
Pretty
tells
cool,
me
right?
his crazy stories. Yeah, it's just like that. And little by little, I started to become the king of that. I started to hook up my car. I wanted to make it reflect me. I want to incorporate my personality. I put some LEDs. I put some music in it. I had it down packed. When you got in my car, I had some LED chargers. Like, it was going to spark a conversation.
Right. You wanted to give the
wanted to
rider an
stand out.
experience.
Yes, exactly. Since I used everything that I learned, from being a server to all the things that I learned through my life, it was like, okay, here's a little key. Before I would pick somebody up, I was texting them and letting them know who I was. So I'm like, hey, this is Markley Medina. I'm going to be your awesome Uber driver today. I'll see you shortly. I'm in a black car or whatever. I would text them, and guess what? By the time I picked up that client, they already knew my name. They weren't stressed out that I was running a little bit late because I already told them. I'm like, hey, I'm going to be there in 5 minutes. So they're already expecting me to be there in 5 minutes. Even though I was 10 minutes behind, I'm like, hey, I'll see you shortly.
Right.
We're going to give you an awesome experience. I'll be there in 10 minutes. In their mind, by the time they got on car, we were already friends. They knew my name. Like, we were already friends now.
I get it. You're taking it to another level.
I was taking it another level
I
before
love it.
in 2013, at the beginning of this.
Okay, so now tell us, because
Yeah.
listen, I met you were a little more further in the game.
Further in the game, started on Uber after a year. After 3 months, I upgraded to a Suburban. So I took it to the next level because I wanted to maximize this money income. If I'm going to do thing, I want that full money. Don't give me these little cheap little Uber rides.
Right.
I want the
I always
maximum.
go for the Uber X and all that kind of
Yeah,
thing.
exactly. So I was like, you know what? If I'm going to do Uber, give me all of them. I'll take X, XL, luxury, SUV. I wanted the whole package because I could really, any Uber that was closer to me, I can get a $50, $100, or a little $5. I wanted it all.
And you're good with your hands, right? You're mechanical, you're inclined, you're not afraid to work, right?
I'm not afraid to work. So I went to my mom like, Mom, listen, I don't got any money, but listen, if I can use your credit, you can help me get this car, and it's going to pay off.
We're going to make some money together,
We're going to make some money together. I'm going to pay it off. This Uber thing, this is mind level changing. So I got the Suburban. I put it on. A week later, boom. I looked down on my phone and I crashed the Suburban into a car.
You'll do an accident.
I felt my life was over because I'm down at I reversed now. And I'm scared because I'm like thinking like, man, this thing was just getting good. Now I have to go back and do something else. So I was scared. So I went back to working the car I had before.
Right.
And I went twice as hard.
You had to downgrade, though, for a minute.
I had to downgrade again. And it was Ultra Weekend in Miami where everybody comes out. I thought I was going to be rolling in the money.
You would have been rolling.
I had to go back. But guess what? I humbled myself and I went twice as hard. And I think I made $3,000 in a weekend. I really slayed it in that little Hyundai that I had and I killed it. By the time the car was fixed from the body shop, from the accident, I went all in. I put music system, LED lights, laser lights. I found a way to put some black lights in the roof, make it cool. I added some stickers in the roof. I want to make it look like a star roof when you walk in. I had the solar system in there. Like you were going to get in, you're like, what the heck is this?
Bro, I went into what you had a stripper pole.
Oh, that's
I
nothing.
mean, this was nuts when you had all.
But Ross, I went all in and I was committed to creating the best VIP Uber experience possible. Like you walk in, I was gonna deliver you the ultimate experience.
Uber
I had a
Ultra.
cooler, I had everything. I thought everything. I'm like, listen, I'm gonna give you the best experience ever, and I want you to get my number. If you don't get my number, I did something wrong. So I wanted people to book me again and again. After about a year into that, I became the #1 Uber driver in the world.
In the world?
In the world.
Oh my God, bro.
I took it to a
That's
whole
fucking
nother level.
huge.
I took it to a whole nother level. I got on the news channel. I reworked the Uber system. Uber was shut down in Fort Lauderdale. So the people in Uber were going there to fight for Uber, the general manager of Uber South Florida. So guess what? I went to those meetings and I found out who those key people were, and I reworked the whole system.
Now was that because like there was a rape or something in Fort Lauderdale? Or
No. It was
bad?
because Uber, the taxi companies didn't want Uber to succeed.
Right, they were fighting. Right,
they were fighting for Uber,
and then Lyft came out.
Yeah, all of them were coming. I was in
yeah.
the beginning.
Right, trying to
Nobody
fight it.
wanted Uber in because they were taking all the money.
They were threatened. Right, I get it. New York City, they went crazy against it. Right.
Yep,
I get it.
It is the future. You know, as we move,
People resist. Some people kept riding on horses.
Yeah, exactly.
They said, "I'm not getting a car. It's not going to."
But I reworked the system, Ross. I went into those meetings. I became friends with everybody, and I wanted to make them know who I was. So I became friends with everybody inside Uber corporate, became friends with them, and guess what? All the important rides with Uber, they were sending me. I helped launch Uber Ice Cream, Uber Eats, Uber Boat, all of them. I started getting paid $5,000 a weekend to create an Uber experience and take it to another level. I took Uber marketing, what I did, system, cars, lights. I even made my car reflective so it glowed in the dark. I took it to a whole nother level. I had Drake in my car promoting me. I had the Kardashians talking about me. I even landed on American Idol. Like, there was no stopping Uber in me. I literally made it a point.
Smart.
And I was so ahead of my time because I figured out that social media was the key. And instead of charging a celebrity, I wanted to give them a free ride.
I get it. And just to promote you. Just get the video, right?
After I became the top Uber driver in the world, I was like, it's time for another level. I got Kim Kardashian, who's the biggest influencer. I got Drake posting me. I gained 100,000 followers. I'm like, it's time for another level. So I went to a famous plastic surgeon I was driving. Shout out to my doctor who believed in me, called the Magic Surgeon, Dr. Palladino.
Where is he located?
He's right here in Fort Lauderdale.
Dr. Palladino, what's shaking, man?
Let's go.
This is big. Markley said, hey.
So I started driving Dr. Miami. Dr. Miami had 10 plastic surgeons that worked with him, and I found out that these guys were big-time money. These plastic surgeons are doing 20 surgeries a day.
Huge. Making
that real cash. And I was like, you know what? These are the guys I want to drive because they can afford me. I became friends with them, and I'm like, listen, He's like, I don't want to drive every day. I am in the surgery room all day long doing 20, 30 surgeries a day. I want to relax. Can you be at my house at 6 a.m. and pick me up and drop me off at work? And then after that, you can go home and sleep. So I would work through the night Ubering, make all my money. At 6 a.m., be at the plastic surgeon's house, pick him up, drive him to work, where he was just comfortable watching movies, distracting his time, having his coffee, didn't have to worry about nothing. And I would get him to work safely. Then I'd go home and sleep. I would sleep from that time until 2 o'clock, wake up again, go wash the car, 5 o'clock, pick him up again, and then start my Uber shift again. Hustling through the night.
Nope.
That plastic surgeon believed so much in me that he put 50 grand and bought me a brand new Sprinter. I chose the Sprinter I wanted. He would own 75% of my company until I paid it off. And I said, I'll agree to that deal because I'm going to show you that I can do this. And literally, after a year, I had 3 buses. I worked hard and boom, 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 boom,
Did
boom.
you pay him back and bought him out?
Absolutely.
So he's not an owner of the company right now.
He's not owning the company.
But he funded you,
funded
gave you
me,
the bridge.
believed in me.
Bro, that's how you
And,
do it. That's how you. That's a great story. I hope you guys are listening out there.
Yeah,
This
the
is
magic
how
surgeon.
you do it.
He's one of the best surgeons in the world. He's killing it.
Now,
He
you didn't get
opened-
any surgery, did you?
Huh?
Did you get any surgery?
I did get some surgery.
A little bit, right? Because I tell you, you like.
You know what? It wasn't through him. It wasn't through him.
Uh-oh.
But I had another surgeon called the Dr. Skin. He's in Philadelphia. And he gave me a 6-pack. I have a permanent 6-pack.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you look like a different guy. When was this?
In 2017, 2018.
Okay, but you put on some weight.
Put
after
some
that.
18, so I have a permanent 6-pack. I'm like, you know what? Why not?
Why not? Right?
Yeah.
I could use a 6-pack.
Yeah.
I had a 1-pack for a couple of years.
Yeah.
1-pack. I'm pathetic. When I was young, I had an 8-pack.
But I had to listen. But he gave me. I had to lose 40 pounds and be in top shape before they do the surgery.
Before
you have
they
to
do
be
it.
in the right
I
BMI.
understand 100%.
Yeah, he's like, listen, I'll do it for you, but you have to get in the right.
You got to do it for me too. You got to get back. I get
Yeah.
it. All right, so now you're rolling. So now you start.
I'm rolling.
You start
I'm on
buying
top of my
cars
game.
and making and altering them, right?
Exactly. So I started a company called Pull Up VIP.
Right.
From Uber VIP, it went into Pull Up VIP because I wanted to change the way you pull up. The way you pull up is key. I wanted you to feel important. I started to roll out a red carpet. I wanted, have you ever seen the movie The Mask?
I love The Mask. One of my favorite movies.
Okay, so one of my favorite scenes is him pulling up to the Coco Bongo after he gets in his stretch limousine and is going,
I remember
and the
that.
doors open up, the smoke shoots out, he's getting out, and he's the center of attention. And that was how I wanted my clients
Do you
to
know they're
feel.
going to make The Mask too?
They are?
They're talking about it right now. Yep.
Oh, man, that was my favorite movie.
It's in production.
Yeah. So I wanted to pull up like we're pulling up to the Coco Bongo, and all eyes are on us. And that's
Jim
how I
Carrey.
make people feel.
That's
When I launched
wonderful.
Pull Up VIP, I wanted to be different. I wanted to be an experience. I wanted to have the best sound system, the best AC, the best vibes, the best seating arrangement in the van that would make people come together, and it just became an amazing experience. I didn't know I was building a limo company. All I wanted to do was build a cool party bus company.
And you did that, right?
I did it. I changed the game, and I started to get paid $300 an hour, 6-hour minimum. And really, at one point, sometimes I had 4 or 5 vans going out at one time, just really changing the game. Started to make my own company, had drivers go here and there, even driving to Los Angeles for 50 grand for Coachella for a special VIP that wanted to book me just to take care of the experience because they didn't want to hire any other limo. I drove them for Art Basel. They loved it so much. They're like, listen, I'll pay you 50, 60 grand. Come out to me to California. Drive your bus across the country. We'll give you a hotel. We'll get you food, and you'll just be with us. I just want to be picked up in my mansion, take me to Coachella, wait for us, and bring us back for 2 weeks.
They don't want any stress.
No stress.
Once I got
handle
you, I
everything
know
for
you
us.
got it.
You know I got
You're
it.
taking the money, and you say,
Exactly.
I'm happy to do that.
They're like, listen, I want some upgrades to the van. I want you to build some cabinets. I want you to bring a fridge under. I'm like, no problem. And I built it, custom for them. They loved it. They booked me twice to go to Coachella year after year.
You don't want to give names, right? We don't want to.
Can't really say that, but
Okay,
they're
but
one of the top
big
Fortune
names.
500 companies. You probably know. It's one of the richest
Big
people in
names.
the world.
I got it. Listen,
You know?
I used to do that kind of thing too, just so you know. If a guy took care of me,
Yeah.
I took care of them. You
course.
understand? When I met a
Yeah.
guy in I flew to Saint-Tropez one weekend,
Yeah.
long weekend.
Yeah.
I've never been to Saint-Tropez, never been to the south of France, but I'm making millions, and I don't want to wait in line. I don't want to deal with. And I met a guy, and he was sort of like you, but French.
Yeah.
And I said, your car? He says, yeah. I go, you want to make some money? Yeah. I go, you got plans this weekend? I'm going to work all weekend. It's a big weekend. It was the end of the summer, like the 3-day weekend in Europe. I said, I want to hire you for 72 hours.
Wow.
He says, what do you mean? I said, even when you sleep, I'm paying you. But I don't want no shit. I want to know you're there morning, noon, and night. I gave him a list of things I was interested in.
It feels like that guy from The Wolf of Wall Street is like when he tells how much he's making. He's like, all right, I'm with you. Let's go.
Exactly right. It was just, I had that character, the Jonah Hill character, right? And he was Donnie in the movie, right?
Yeah.
In real life, his name is Danny Porsche. I grew up with him.
Wow.
And he never did an interview, never told his story ever, because when the movie came out, it really hurt him. When the movie came out, it cost him $100 million business because, he went to jail for that stuff.
Do you think he'll come on your podcast and tell his story?
He's been on my podcast twice,
Yes?
and he's never done another podcast.
Wow.
Correct. We had 2,000 views in the first hour.
Wow.
We had to shut it down. But, we own the footage, and we're going to reveal it again soon. But this is your time now,
Yes.
bro. So now you how many of those buses, you call them buses, but they're limousines. They're giant
they were custom.
limos. But you actually bought buses. I want people to hear this.
Okay, so the new limousine, nobody uses those limousines anymore.
No, they're long and they're flat.
So what the new limousine that's taken over the game, they're called Sprinter buses. So they're Mercedes-Benz Sprinter vans that you can customize them in any way, shape, or form and really transform them. They're amazing on fuel. Like with my Sprinter games, I didn't want to do nothing else. After I got a taste of the Sprinter vans, because listen, those Suburbans, they weigh so much fuel. It was $80 each time to fill it up.
I understand that.
With the Sprinters, it was $60 to fill up the tank of the Sprinters, and I can get double the amount of mileage. I can get to Orlando on a $60 tank of gas and still have a quarter tank left over.
From where? Palm Beach?
From Miami or Palm Beach.
Where are you headquartered today?
Fort Lauderdale.
You're in Lauderdale. Okay. So life is good?
Life is amazing.
I want to take this, though.
Yeah.
I want to stay on course. So
yes.
So you have how many buses at this time? What was your height,
At the peak, I had 8 buses.
8 buses. And these are literal buses that have been customized with anything that you can really think of.
Yeah, I really at the time when I started Pull Up VIP, I didn't have a lot of money. I just had what the doctor gave me.
Right.
So I had to hustle and use those money that I got to reinvest back in and make it cooler. I first started off with a red carpet inside the van. That was the first upgrade. And then I started to upgrade the sound system. And little by little, I'll reconfigure the seats. I would flip the seats around. Because we're all in rows.
Right.
And when you're in rows, you can't, talk to each other. So the first 2 rows, I flip them around so people have communication right there. And they have the room. And it kind of made that experience better. And it allowed me to have room to walk all the way to the back.
Right.
So people on the side. So I really changed the whole configuration of the van to make it more comfortable.
Important. I get it 100%.
Yeah, it's the whole vibe. I even made massagers underneath the seats. So as soon as you get in the van, you can put your feet inside of a massager. Things that people don't even think about, but it's part of the experience. When have you ever gotten a limo and they massage on your feet?
Let me tell you. It's, I don't want to.
Well, I know you got massage other way, Ross. I'm just telling you the feet.
I don't want to reveal too much. This is your time now. So you still in this business at all?
So recently, I just got out of the business.
Okay.
Because I am part of the. I want to say we're making America healthy again.
You pivoted.
Yes, I pivoted
because you were in that business. You were in the coconut water business and the limo business.
Yes. But what happened was, as I go through life, I'm a person that I keep my ears open. I keep my ears open, and the world just kind of takes me on my journey. I'm a positive person, and the world just manifests around me, Ross.
It does.
I
God,
literally
listen, the
go out
universe-
with a positive attitude.
That's what you got. And you got to bring energy every day.
Yes, there's been 2 things that changed my life, right? And here's some keys, guys. Remember this. So the first thing was I read a book called The Secret. And the law of attraction
Love it.
changed the way I thought.
Yep,
I started
yep.
learning that every thought and every frequency that you have affects your environment. So
Everything.
I realized that I didn't want to put out negative energy into the world because it would only affect me. So I learned how to eliminate that negative energy and throw it out and take it out of my life completely. And I changed the way that I thought. And when I changed the way that I think, I learned that I can control my whole universe by just changing the way I think.
100%.
I knew that
And how
the
you
world...
speak, how you walk,
Absolutely.
how you act, it's all involved.
Yes. The world was my playground, and I can do anything I want. I can attract anything I want into my life as long as I knew this principle. I knew that I can have anything I want. I just had to change that, want it bad enough, visualize on what I wanted, and then put an action together to get it.
An executable game plan.
Exactly.
You got to
Not
execute.
Just think
you can't
about
just
it.
talk about it, and then do nothing.
No. So it was 2 things. I learned about the law of attraction and The Secret, and I started to literally manifest what I wanted into my life. I would write goals, daily, monthly, yearly goals, and then I would put a plan together to achieve it. One day while I'm walking in Barnes & Nobles, I knew about this thing called self-help. I didn't know that there was books out there that actually can teach you anything that you want to learn.
Anything you want to learn.
If I want to become a stockbroker, I want to learn about Ross, I can probably go pick up your book and learn it and master it.
Yeah.
I didn't know about all this stuff.
Let me tell you a funny story. So I'm watching something, the internet, social media, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm watching an interview.
Yeah.
One of these famous reporters
Right.
is interviewing Elon Musk. Mm-hmm. And they're saying, Elon, you built electric cars when everybody thought that it couldn't be done, and you made them cool and stylish. And you made billions of dollars. Became a household name billionaire. This is after PayPal. But then you decided one day you're going to build rockets, and they're going to go into space. They're not only going to go to space, they're going to go to deep space. And they're going to come back, and they're going to be reusable. And then you made a decision. You're going to take those rockets, and you're going to fly to Mars. And you're going to colonize Mars. Where did you get this idea? How did you figure out how to build rockets? How to make electric cars? And he said, I read books. And this reporter's, 3 words, I read books. The reporter's like, that's right. You want to build a rocket? You can read books. It's in books.
You can probably find something that
It's
has that
all
information.
in fucking books.
Yeah.
You want to build an electric car? Read books.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the secret. I've been saying this to my kids. My oldest is going to be 25 in 2 weeks.
Warren Buffett said this, the more you learn, the more you earn.
Correct. Read.
Yeah.
I've been a reader all my life. It's the secrets of everything have been written down. At least all the important secrets.
Exactly.
But people don't know. And kids don't read today. I don't understand. Everything you want to know since man could walk, talk, and write is in books.
Absolutely.
Some book somewhere.
Yeah.
So, I love what you're saying because, yes, self-help. One of the interesting things I'm going to tell you, this is how limited we are as people. Go to any Barnes & Noble and say, where's the self-help section?
Exactly.
Right? Listen, there's a self-help section. It's usually a little area
Yeah.
with like 3 racks, just so
Yeah.
you know. But if you look for the fantasy section,
Yeah.
it's friggin' half the store. People not only can read, but you can read on how to improve yourself. But
Absolutely.
it's just a small section when fantasy and nonsense is half the store.
Yeah.
And that shows you where people's heads are at.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it's crazy. I mean, I love what you keep. I want you to keep
People
going.
don't actually understand that everything that I've learned, I've applied. From all the different books, at one point, when I was early in middle school, I learned about self-help and I learned about dating as well. I've read probably over 100 gigabytes that I listened of audio tapes
Yep.
of just teaching my brain on how to be a better social person and practicing. At one
Interesting.
point, I wanted to be a dating coach early on in life, and my skills of going out to the clubs and meeting women and being better with women actually helped me excel later on being better with people.
Yes,
And learning social dynamics.
One
and
of the important things is actually executing, as we talked earlier.
Yeah.
You know, I like to say it's repetition.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, you can read all the books you want, but you have to act on that.
Yeah, and
you
practice.
know, and that's practice makes perfect.
Yeah.
Repetition, repetition, repetition. I started podcasting about 4.5, 5 months ago, and I was, I'm a talker. It's not hard for me.
Yeah.
But the more I do it, the better I get.
Now you're mastering it.
I'm mastering it. And,
Yeah, look at your setup now. You got iPhones everywhere. Like
we got
state of the art.
Well, I was down in Miami yesterday. We got a room full of $10,000 cameras. Every camera is $10,000. All this and that, but it's not about how much you spend. It's about the quality of the content that you produce.
Absolutely.
I mean, somebody said to me, Ross, that sign, it's $1 million sign. It cost me $800.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? I mean, it's ordered online or for
and
an
you know what?
advertisement, Facebook.
And you know what? I think that you are very observant in everything going on from all these podcasts that you go in. You come back and you learn something new that you can incorporate to your podcast.
100%. I'm out there, everything. I want to say another thing. So you walked in today.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck did Markley do?
Yeah.
You literally look like a different cat.
Yeah.
You know, Steffi, you can't imagine. Nelson, look at this guy. I mean, he's
Yeah.
friggin' looks like a stud. I'm not joking.
Yeah,
the whole
thank
way you
you.
Put yourself together, from the shoes and
It's
the
the coconut
pants.
water, man. It's the Coco Love that I've been
I
drinking.
wanted something, but when you did walk in, aside from noticing that you lost more chins than a Chinese phone book, you were a little bloated. But what you're wearing around your neck, it was compelling.
Okay.
And then the story is even crazier.
Everybody got diamonds. Everybody got crazy necklaces, but
Tell us, show the camera. I want the camera to see what you got.
Okay. So this is a custom 100-million-year-old Moroccan T-Rex dinosaur tooth, fossilized in 10,000-year-old walrus tusk, with a real meteorite from space, a real raw gold nugget, a 10-million-year-old fire algite from a meteor that hit Czechoslovakia and created this amazing rock, and this is moldavite from space. One of the most unique pieces I got. I've had 3 pieces now made by my guy Root Flute on Instagram. He's in Guatemala. This guy is unbelievable. He makes crazy instruments out of animal
Real
antlers.
stuff, though. Real stuff.
Real
fossilized stuff.
Really cool guy.
Meteorites,
gold, anything. He can take whatever and make it. I'm in a crazy day while Ubering. I met this crazy guy that pulled out this ancient instrument made out of a walrus tusk or something like that. And he played music out of it. I'm like, where'd you get this? He put me onto this guy's Instagram. I messaged him. We became friends. He lives on a peak in Guatemala in this crazy environment and makes amazing jewelry like this for me.
I think it's so eye-catching because it's so different.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to make of it because you're right. A lot of people wear, charms, crystals, gold things, silver things.
I handpicked everything and we assembled it together and he made this amazing piece.
Were you in Guatemala? Or
no, just through Instagram. He'd show me different pieces through audio text and we just pick out what he wants. Like I can put a dino egg and do this, and I was like, wow, this is crazy. This guy's like.
Well, you're a different type of cat. I want to say that about you. And I think you probably have heard that over the course of your life.
Yeah.
And it's very fitting, or befitting, that you would have such a unique piece of, I don't know if it's a jewelry or it's I don't know what to call it.
And I also feel like it's very powerful. Having something that is over 100 million years old around your neck. It's older than Christ. Like, it's crazy.
Right. Let me tell you a secret, right?
Yeah.
If you feel that it's powerful,
then
it is. I want you to understand that.
Yeah.
That's how life is.
Absolutely.
If you assign power to that, it becomes powerful for real.
Absolutely.
It's no joke. Now, so now you have these buses, right?
Yes.
But at some point, you get
Yes.
turned on to coconut water.
Absolutely.
And I happen to be a little bit of a coconut water maven. I don't want to, I don't like to
Okay.
brag.
I think they call that a connoisseur.
Well, I don't want to brag. I don't like to brag.
Uh-huh.
Because there's a lot of things that I'm sort of considered expert in. Few things.
Right.
Not too many, but a few.
Mm-hmm.
But my wife, Stephanie, my ex-wife, was my wife. I was drinking coconut water like 20 years ago.
So I'm sure,
And
you've been to every part of the world and tried the best coconut everywhere.
I drink it right out of the coconut. I've had coconut water with booze, but I went through a phase when I was really training, and I was very lean, and I was drinking it all day, because I was just training a lot. South Florida, I was very busy, and
Chopping a fresh coconut?
nothing. I've done that with a machete,
Yeah.
but nothing's gotten me. Hydrated is the right word.
Yeah.
I just love the taste of I like coconut and everything.
Yeah.
I like shredded coconut, all these different things. But, I had the experience when I met you.
Yeah.
You grabbed me right away, said, you got to see my limo bus. I got a stripper pole.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wish we had a couple of strippers.
Yeah.
Just playing everybody. But, and you said, I want you to try this. Right? And,
Absolutely.
And Stephanie, who is very discerning, she will never tell you what you want to hear because you want to hear it. She will speak the truth, even if it's harsh.
Yeah.
She's a very straight girl from the Bronx.
Yeah.
Bronx, New York. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Not a
yeah,
highfalutin girl, down to earth, very real.
So if we got her to try it and she likes it, it's a good
She
thing.
loved it.
Yeah.
Which was shocking to me because she doesn't express herself like that so openly, and she loved you, bro.
Yes.
And she said, I want to get Markley on your podcast. I said, Markley? He's a
You know
little
what?
wild.
I don't get ever to tell my story, and it's exciting when I get to come on a podcast and tell my story because I feel like it got to be told.
Well,
we're changing the game.
We're first getting into your story now. We're getting to some of the gold nuggets, I like to say.
Absolutely.
So now you have these buses. You Mr. Uber.
Mr.
Kardashians. Shawn Michael Kelly. I was very impressed.
Exactly.
Guy's got the number one podcast.
I met Sean before all of this, before he had any of this. He was just a guy going around promoting his jersey company. I don't know if you know. He created a company called Jersey Champs. I think it's Jersey Champs or something like that. He created his own jersey line, and he would go around. He was I had a celebrity client named Supreme Patty. He showed up to Supreme Patty and made him a custom jersey. And I was like, it had Supreme Patty, custom jersey. He would go around meeting and networking with all these celebrities, and he would make them a custom jersey and give it to them, which was smart marketing beyond his time.
He's a very smart guy. So, funny enough,
Yeah.
I meet a guy through social media.
Uh-huh.
Because we're from the same area.
Right.
He is a young multimillionaire. He is considered the top e-commerce guy right now on the internet, on social media. Top, number one guy. He actually lives in a development in Delray.
Mm-hmm.
His next door neighbor is Mike Tyson.
Wow.
For real. Mike Tyson actually lives in the house right next to him. And he became a multimillionaire when he was 23 years old. And prior to that, he was an entrepreneur since he's 14. Essentially, he locked himself in a room for 2 years and didn't come out, for real. He had a very rough, his family went through a very rough divorce and big problems and all that. No money, and he said, I'm never going to, I'm going to change this dynamic. Like you, he has that ability to push out the world, the negativity, and focus on what he wants, and he's all in. He's an all-in kind of guy. He's like wild, He's a little Mark Zuckerberg from, the social network, the guy that created Facebook. And funny enough, he has the largest Facebook group in the world, supported by Meta. They acknowledge that. and he represents some of the biggest brands
Wow.
online, and he's agreed to represent my company. Justin Wall, what's shaking, baby? A little shout out for you. Interesting enough, he went to
I
Rutgers.
want to meet you, brother. I want to meet you.
He went to Rutgers.
Wow.
Right? And he was voted the Entrepreneur of the Year at Rutgers.
Wow.
He was a plaque and all that. And his frat brother was Sean Michael Kelly.
Wow.
So these are two kids that went to Rutgers, not Harvard and not Yale, and became multimillionaires. One in e-commerce and Sean in the podcasting world.
Wow.
Because he's a great networking guy.
Absolutely.
He throws great events and all these different things. And Sean, what's shaking, baby? I owe you a trip. I'm coming out to Vegas. I'm going to see you soon. And he spoke very highly of you. You know?
Absolutely. So I've been friends with Sean Kelly for a long time. That week I actually did a podcast with him and hasn't been released yet. He has over like 300 podcasts ready to be released.
Crazy. He has a
So-
backlight. He films 5, 10 a day.
Yeah. So
What stamina?
yeah, so it's exciting. We've been waiting to tell my story. I told my story on his podcast, and then he's like, listen, I'm going to be floating around Miami everywhere. Can you drive me to Palm Beach in your bus? I need some transportation. So we hooked it up.
And he has a cool team. Bridger, right? You
Yeah.
know the guys, right?
Yeah, the cool team.
Very
Yeah,
cool. Spencer Barrick.
yeah,
Bridger
exactly.
Morgan. He's got a great story.
Great
Bridger.
team, great everything, and it's also great. You learn so much from them. So how they have the TVs and everything.
Everything
behind. That's so cool.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah.
I dig that whole crew. They've invited me to all these events. I
Yeah.
just haven't been able to fly out to Vegas all the time, but
Yeah.
I plan to be more mobile now
Uh-huh.
and take advantage of all these things. So now I want to hear the Coco Love story. First, it's a
Sure.
great name.
Yes.
It's a great name. It's a great product.
Yes.
It's one ingredient.
One ingredient, no sugar added.
Nothing's infused with all this nonsense,
we
right?
just do-
Preservatives. And
Nope.
tell
We-
us about it. How'd you find it?
Okay.
Where did this start?
So it's all networking.
Roll us back to the beginning, though.
Okay.
The beginning.
The
Remember the
beginning.
first time you tried coconut water?
Yes. I got to tell you this story because it's part of my journey and it's networking to a next level. Sometimes I'm so passionate about everything that I do that I'm a like all in kind of guy.
I get that.
I'm willing to go broke to pursue my dreams and make it happen. I was like, listen, I would take the money that I'm getting from the pull-up VIP and put it all back into the company. And I was like, you know what? All in, baby. I'm all in.
I love it.
So I had literally put like $50,000 into my new bus. I bought the new seats. I bought the walls. I'm like all in. Even my account went negative $300.
Oof.
And I get a call in the middle of the night from my friend Connor in Miami. He's always around important people. He's like, listen, I want you to come with me right now. Come pick me up from this restaurant. I got 15 bad ladies, I got
Okay.
15 bad bitches. Come pull up on me right now. I got some important VIPs. Come pull up on me. Bring your bus. Bring the whole experience right now.
And you didn't
It's
call me. You didn't call me.
Sorry, Ross. I didn't know you then.
You didn't call me, bro. I mean, I'm insulted a little bit, but go ahead.
So it's 3 a.m. and he's like, Markley, I need you to pull up. Come pick me up. So I go to Brickell to go pick up. I pull up, give him the experience. I roll out my red carpet. He hops in the bus. I drive him to a warehouse party in Miami. In Miami, they have these secret warehouse parties
Right.
that you walk in and it's like a house built inside. A big jacuzzi inside, DJ, sexy women. The craziest thing you've ever seen,
Right.
Ross. The biggest couches, the biggest sound system, kitchen right there, bartender, craziest party. I pull up, I roll my red carpet, I make them feel special. It's like them pulling up to the Coco Bongo, the smoke shooting out of the bus, beautiful ladies are coming out.
I get
It's
it.
a scene, Ross. He comes and he's like, listen, it was my first time finished building my new bus. I had just put all my money
okay.
in. It was one of my first nights pulling up. So I just finished the one with the stripper pole. You saw how crazy that was.
Crazy.
I pulled up. He's like, listen, I have this guy I want you to meet. I meet this guy. He's like, listen, I love your experience. We should make this bus. I should buy this bus from you, and we should make this bus into my new tequila brand that I'm launching. And I'm like, okay. So this guy is like, listen, tomorrow I got to go to Orlando, and I want you to drive me. I was going to pay somebody $3,000, and I'd rather just give it to you. Would you be available tomorrow to take me and my family to Orlando? But it's 5 a.m. right now, and you got to be back here at 9 a.m. to pick me up.
Oh, my God.
And I said, no problem, I got you. So
What?
I made him cancel his reservation he had with the other limo company and use me. And that night he gave me $5,000, and I'm back up. And it turns out that I drove him for the weekend, and it's cool because
When do you sleep?
hey, we can sleep later.
I
I gotta make some moves.
How old the guy are you?
I'm 37.
Okay, so this is when you were 33?
No, this was actually about 9 months ago.
Really?
Yeah,
But this can't be the beginning of Coco Love.
it is. This is
Really?
it's that fresh.
Okay, talk to me.
So check this out. So I drive this guy. We have an amazing time in Orlando. I'm going to the movies. His daughters go in movies in one spot. Me and him go watch another movie separate. We're just chilling, boys, drinking his tequila, enjoying. Not while I'm driving, of course, but I sip it. I don't really drink, but I tried it. It's nice, and it's called Casamalca tequila. It's amazing. Shout out to my boy.
Casamalca?
Casamalca, yeah.
Casamaka, what's shaking, man?
Yeah. So it's my buddy, and listen, like we had a most amazing experience. He finally launched a tequila in Miami, invites me down. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna take a day off and then go enjoy myself. I went to a famous restaurant down in Miami to go launch of his tequila. I'm there networking. I meet this famous movie producer. He's like, I'm launching 40 movies. I'm like, oh, cool. So he goes to France to go launch his 40 movies, comes back. He's like, listen, I want you to drive me around. Let's network. I want to go to this. I met this lady named Sophia, and I met this girl. He met this girl, I think it was Cassandra, and she was on Sofia Vergara's yacht in Cannes, France. And he's like, listen, I'm going to go to this fashion show. Come with me. So I go to this fashion show with him. I'm there networking. I see a girl there that has 5 million followers. And I'm like, I go up to her and I start talking to her. I'm like, listen, you don't know who I have here with me, but you got to meet this famous producer. He can put you in all the movies. So I go and I network, and I'm like, I take this famous producer, take this famous influencer. I'm like, that's a perfect combination. Boom. So I go and I connect them together. They start talking. I'm like, listen, you got to meet this girl. She has 5 million followers. She can promote your movies all day long. Put her in your movie. This thing will sell automatically.
Right.
They become friends. She invites us to her next show that she's walking. So we go to the next show the next morning, and I was working, so I wasn't able to be there at the certain time that she was having. But like, you know what? Let's go anyway. So I showed up to the show. She's not there anymore. So I'm like, all right, let's walk around the network. At this show, I tried Coco Love for the first time, and I was hooked. I was like, oh my God, this is the best coconut water I've ever had in my life. I'm like, connect me with your owner right away. They're like, oh, he's not here. He's in Hawaii. He's in Las Vegas. I'm like, doesn't matter. Connect me with them. So I sent him a direct message on Instagram. The person I was sampling there, connecting with them too. Next thing you know, he's like, call me. He messaged me on Instagram, call me. I want to talk to you. Called him. We became best friends. And next thing you know, it changed my life.
But he was what? He was the creator of Coco Love?
He is the creator of Coco Love.
Really?
Shout out to Coco Vinny.
Coco Vinny.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Coco
it turns
Vinny.
out there was more to the story than I knew about. He was actually in 2017 was on the show Shark Tank.
Okay.
He was on the show Shark Tank. He invented something called the Coco Tap. Taps into the coconut, seals it, and you're able to put it in your fridge, and it preserves it and lasts a lot longer. Because once oxygen hits the coconut, it automatically goes bad. So by sealing it, the moment you open it, it allows you to preserve it and put it in the fridge.
Without preservatives.
Without preservatives.
No artificial
fresh.
anything like that.
Fresh.
Correct.
So
Brilliant.
He would brand the coconut with the Venetian, the MGM, all the biggest hotels in Miami. So you'd be at a pool. Like, you're really rich, you at the pool, the best thing to refresh you is a fresh coconut. So he branded it with the casinos and started to sell them.
Being in Vegas.
Yeah, in Vegas.
So let me ask you, did he get a deal on Shark Tank?
He never got a deal with Shark Tank. They didn't even allow him to really pitch.
Really?
Like, they didn't believe in him. They shut him down right from the beginning.
And that was the beginning of Coco Love.
The beginning of Coco Love. And they turned him down. He said, well, Coco Love to you. And that started a whole revolution. He took it to another level, launched it bigger than anything ever in Las Vegas, sold multi-million-dollars worth of coconuts, even was featured on the show NBC The Prophet.
I love it, with Marcus Lemonis.
Marcus Lemonis. And even Marcus Lemonis didn't put the money up, didn't believe in it. But it's all good because, it's all part of the journey. It's all part of the journey. No matter how many times, Vinny tells me, no matter how many times you get set back, it's how you move forward. In 2020, when all the casinos were shut down, he was like, I need to create another level. He searched around the world looking for the best coconuts and actually found out that young Vietnam coconuts are actually the most delicious in the world.
The most tasty.
Young Vietnam coconuts is where we source our coconuts. We have our whole factory in Vietnam.
Wow.
And we started shipping in 300 containers to the United States.
Have you been to Vietnam?
I have not, but I'm planning a trip soon with Vinny.
A dear friend of mine went there about 15 years ago.
Okay.
We have some friends that are in the stock market, very big guys. In fact, Richie owns the biggest house in all of Beverly Hills for like 30 years. I mean, and the billionaires. And my friend Kevin, shout out Kevin, we're shaking. They said, we have an opportunity for you. We all grew up in the same neighborhood, and some of the kids made it very big. And Kevin was looking for something to do. And they said, we have a great opportunity for you. We want you to run a phone company. He was like, cool, and we're going to pay you. It was a salary, big money. The only downside is you have to live in Vietnam. You have to move to Vietnam. He's a kid from Long Island, And, but he did it. And now he runs and they own the second biggest phone company in all of Vietnam.
Wow.
So he's always pitching me to go over there, this and that. And then my story, I ended up going to prison for almost 10 years. And I've been sort of down and out of the game. But my intention.
So maybe on the Vietnam trip, you can come with us. We'll go to the cocoa farm.
Very connected.
And we go connect out there.
And these guys do nothing but invest money.
Wow.
So And they're some of the biggest investors in America. I'm not going to give names, but they're very, very big. One of the brothers lives in Atlanta now. He's married to a household name, a television star.
You know what my mom always told me? Tell me who your friends are, and I'll tell you who you are.
Well, you know what? I love that. And if you read self-help stuff, motivational stuff, you'll see. You want me to tell you your future?
Tell me.
Tell me the 5 guys you spend the most time with. You show me the 5 guys you spend your most time with, I'll show you your future. If you have 5 guys that are all millionaires, you're going to be the 6th millionaire. If you have 5 guys that deliver packages for UPS, you're going to be the 6th guy doing that. So the bottom line is who you devote your time and your energy with. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So it's very, very important. Someone said to me once, never be the smartest guy in the room. That's why I hang out with John, because John is smarter than me.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
I get wisdom from John all day long. He talks to me straight, criticizes me. We kick it, but it's straight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Once you get to a certain point and you're around all yes men, you're fucked.
Yeah.
One day it was, if you're the smartest guy in the room, you're fucked.
You know what I always
That's
learned
the beginning
is
of my end.
I always figured out that the key to life and anybody you meet was learning how to add value. Learning how to add value was one of the most important keys I ever learned, because if you go meet Lil Wayne tomorrow, how can you add value to somebody who has it all? If you go meet Elon Musk tomorrow, how can you add value to somebody who has it all? If you can learn how to add value to that person, you will be valuable. When I first started with Coco Love, it wasn't about the money. It was about showing Vinny my value and what I can deliver.
I just saw a post.
Yes.
You guys are in Walmart now?
Yes.
I mean, that's friggin' huge.
Since October, we launched Walmart. We're on over 60 Walmarts. And me personally alone, I've opened 8 Walmarts just in South Florida. And within my first month of October, I launched my first Walmart here in South Florida. I had the license to hunt. Vinny launched Walmart. So the crazy dynamics on how that happened was Walmart fell into our lap. We didn't go out pushing for it.
No?
Some guy...
That's the biggest account in the world.
here's the thing. Yeah, it's one of the biggest
The biggest
in the world.
in the whole world.
But check us out.
Bentonville,
so
Arkansas.
we launched in Vegas, right? And we started putting Coco Love everywhere, coolers everywhere. You walk into every single casino in Vegas and you will see Coco Love. Every single gas station. It's crazy.
That's huge.
It's crazy.
That's marketing.
Yeah.
So how'd you get into Walmart?
So check us out. So somebody walks into a barber shop just like you. You're like, go in, let me get my hair cut.
Right.
You go there, you see a fridge in the corner. You're like, what is that? They're like, oh, that's Coco Love. That's coconut water. It's best coconut water. He's like, all right, I'm going to go try one. He tried it. He fell in love with it. Turns out this guy was one of the store managers of one of the biggest Walmarts in Las Vegas.
Wow.
And he went back there to that barbershop again to get another Coco Love, and it was not there. We did so good there that they pulled out the fridge because everybody started to take it for free and not pay for it. So he was determined to find another Coco Love, and when he found the Coco Love, he reached out to us and called the number on the can. Had his assistant reach out and call the number on the can. Coco Vinny picked up. He put his number on the can, and it was right here.
Coco Vinny, what's up, man?
He
I
picked
love
up the
it.
phone call, and it was this assistant that wanted more information on the Coco Love. He reached out to Arkansas, got us in touch with the head people in Walmart, made sure that our store carried it. Henderson, Las Vegas, shout out to the store manager out there, believed in
Henderson,
it.
Bradley is my partner, Henderson, Nevada.
He basically put us in Walmart, got the first store, it was the launch, and once we were in the system, I got the Coco Love, and I went into Walmart, and I was like, listen, we have the best coconut water in the world. You guys need to try this. I scanned in the product. The person was like, listen, I can put you in the store, but in 3 days I'm quitting this job. And like, I'm not going to be here no more. I'm like, well, what do I do? They're like, just bring in the store and check it in. In the month of October, within the product wasn't even in the system yet, and I sold 66 half-gallon jugs in one day. And I cemented myself into Walmart.
You sell half-gallon jugs?
Yeah, we got half-gallon jugs in Walmart. We have
And
three
what do
different sizes.
You put it in the refrigerator?
Yeah, so I just had it on a pallet display there. I had a pallet of jugs and a pallet of cans. And in one day, I sold 66 jugs in one day.
What?
It's unheard of.
Unheard of.
Within my third day, I sold 81 half-gallon jugs in one day at Walmart, cementing myself into Walmart. And by the end of that month, I became the highest-selling feature in the whole store.
What?
With the Margate store. Shout out to Margate. My guy over there, Tyrell, who was the first manager in South Florida to believe in me. By the end of the month, I was a high-selling feature in the store. He even called the district manager, telling him about me. The next month, the district manager posted me in a group chat. I got 2 more stores in November. In December, I got 3 more stores. And then this month, I got 5 new ones.
Oh, my God.
Each time, I keep on doubling. February, I'm going to launch 10 more stores.
These are multi-million-dollar deals, right?
Not only that, Ross, my Coco Love displays in Walmart are the biggest displays of coconut water that you ever seen in your life. Look at this. Look at this, Ross. Look at the size of the cooler.
Holy moly. Show that. Can the camera see that?
Look at this.
What the hell?
Yes. So not only look at the marketing.
It's like selling drugs.
I made a sign there. I put my cocoa trees. It's a whole vibe inside Walmart.
I get it. Walmart is the most
Each
dominant
time,
retailer
each
on
time
planet Earth
I
right
get
now.
bigger and bigger coolers. I don't have any Walmarts anymore that doesn't give me a big cooler. I set the standard on what I want and my vision, and it just manifests in front of me. I get the biggest Coco Love
But
coolers.
it's a great product.
It's not only a great product, but people love it. It's a one ingredient, no sugar added. We are making
Healthy.
America healthy again.
You know, when you drink this, as you said earlier, that struck me, okay? And I want guys to hear this.
Yeah.
You drink it all day, right? Let me tell you, you piss clear.
Bro.
It cleans your kidneys out.
Yes.
This is natural. God gave this to us.
It's
on palm
God's
trees.
Gatorade in a can,
Right,
straight,
without drugs.
nothing else added, just one ingredient. How many other cans do you know are just one ingredient?
I don't think there are any.
This is only one ingredient product. It's the healthiest thing ever created in a can.
It's from God.
People are like,
Nature.
did you create it? I'm like, no, God created it. I just sell it.
Wow.
It's literally unbelievable. What is happening right now in the cocoa revolution? It's amazing. We just launched Costco this week.
Oh, Costco too now.
Costco
Oh, wow.
in Hawaii, in the largest Costco in the world in Honolulu.
Wow.
In 3 days, we sold 20 grand.
So, Vinny, now, I hope you're a partner in this business.
Absolutely. So Vinny gave me the biggest opportunity in the world, gave me ownership in the company, and we're like, Vinny, let's take this to the moon. He believed in me. He got me a place. He's like, Markley, I can't have you living at home with your parents. I'm buying you a place right in Fort Lauderdale. We're going to make this the Coco Love House. We're going to make this a whole vibe.
So where are you living now? Where are you living now?
In the Coco Love House.
Where in Fort Lauderdale?
Right in Fort Lauderdale, right in the center of it, right near the beach. It's unbelievable.
Is it an apartment or is it a house?
No, it's a house. It's a 3-2-bedroom house with a pool. It's like a Key West resort. I got a hammock in the back. I got my pool. I could park my Coco truck right on the side.
Now you have a Coco truck now, right? Obviously you build trucks.
Not only a Coco truck. I'm about to show you this, Ross. I started off with a small little Coco car. It was just something really small just to get around. This is what it is, a little Ford little car. Vinny's like, pick the car you want, I'll buy it. So I started off with this car. He's like, this car is amazing. But I started doing so much volumes,
you
Ross.
You gotta think bigger, bro.
This was not big enough.
No.
So what I did, Ross, is I got me a Coco Red Bull truck. I can fit 6 pallets inside this thing.
Now you're talking, bro.
Yes.
And you can drive that, right?
Exactly.
You're a very
so
good
it's
driver.
a whole warehouse on wheels.
Right.
So now I can do all my Walmarts for the whole week.
You could actually make deliveries.
Yesterday alone, I delivered 2 pallets just in Walmart. That's how much volume.
Tell us what a pallet is.
Okay, a pallet is 64 jugs of
They half-gallon
64 cases of half gallons.
64. How many half gallons in a case?
6.
Okay, so it's 6 times 64. It's about 400 roughly.
400 in one day just to stock up my Walmarts. That's how much Coco Love is flying.
I love it, bro.
I go into Walmart now and I see 20 jugs missing a day. It's flying off the shelves.
People are buying it.
And they love it, and they come back and buy more and buy
Now,
more.
do you have a small piece of the company, a reasonable piece? And Vinny,
Reasonable piece that will be life-changing.
Listen, if you have 5-10%, you're going to be a multimillionaire.
It's somewhere around there.
You'll be a multimillionaire.
No, Ross, what are you talking about? We sell it for $10 billion, Ross. We're talking some serious Coco cash.
Right, but I'm just saying, yeah. You're talking about Coco Cash now.
Yes, we're changing the game.
This is worldwide, by the way.
Worldwide, and I'm a part of the company, and I'm helping to change the game. Me and Coco Vinny are not only launching this, you tell me what we want, and we'd actually listen. So check us out, Ross. This is going to be one of the first times we talk about it right here. But how about we introduce you to the future of Coco Love? How about the Coco Love Gold with añejo tequila already inside of it?
Tequila
and coconut water
and
mixed in the can.
Tequila is the healthiest alcohol to drink. It's good for your gut health.
Absolutely.
Okay, I hope you're going to send me a couple. I hope I'm going to get a case of that, bro.
Of course.
Because what are you talking about here? This is big stuff now.
Big stuff. And then for
Vinny,
the ladies, how about this, Ross? First time ever showing this on camera. How about the Coco Love Mimosa with coconut mango inside of it?
Coco Love Mimosa.
Coco
what?
Love Mimosa
This
with
is
coconut mango inside of it.
Sunday brunch. You can't have Sunday brunch without a coconut mimosa.
Absolutely. So we have something for a little bit of everything.
Vinny's a pretty smart guy.
And then once we launched the regular ones, we're like, you know what? We need to change it and go to another level. So we launched something else. How about... This is our Coco Love with pulp.
We're breaking some ground here.
Breaking it, yes.
Now, what is it?
So we just launched this in Vegas. It's coconut. It's our Coco Love with pulp and pieces of coconut.
The pulp. I love coconut. I'm
about to get my first shipment here very soon. I'm going to come bring you first one.
Bro, right here to the studio.
Yes. I'm going to come deliver
put it up here here.
They said it's even better.
With the pulp.
Yes.
Bro, it's coconut. It's so healthy.
Yes.
And it's a diuretic. Ladies, Gentlemen, it helps you clean you out. You go, and it's natural. It's a
Yes.
natural diuretic.
You're gonna
Not taking
notice
these drugs that they're selling us.
Anti-aging, anti-inflammatory, lots of potassium. There's so much benefits to coconut water. Like, I even hear some guy tell me that he put it in his eye and he sees better. Like, it's crazy.
Well,
like,
I
I,
just
don't
wanna say-
encourage anybody to do it, but like, there's so much benefits to it.
You look so much healthier than you
Yes.
did. I just met you in August, bro.
Yes.
So a lot has happened in this last 6 months.
Yes.
I thought I was doing well.
You met me right at the beginning of
Right.
Coco Love.
The beginning.
Yes.
You already
I
even missed the
discovered
Coco Love
Love in May, and in August I met you.
Right.
So it was right in the beginning of getting this thing going. I had just started to get some cases.
So this is actually what moved you out of the transportation revolution. You're Coco now.
I'm Mr. Coco Love
I
now.
love it. You got to have
Me
some
and
shirts.
Coco
You got
Vinny.
merchandise,
Absolutely. I'm going to hook you up.
and you should be wearing it, bro.
You know what? I got
mean,
a
you look
big,
very stylish.
I'm going to a big meeting after here, so
Oh,
I had
okay.
to dress.
Okay.
I can't talk about too much, but I couldn't wear my Coco Love shirt.
Okay.
So I had to. Early in the morning, I did my deliveries. I was wearing my Coco Love shirt, but I had to switch out because I got a big meeting right after.
Well,
here.
you look like I didn't think you got all this dressed up for me.
Yeah.
I-
I usually wear my Coco Love shirt, but today
I got it.
I had
the hair,
to
let me
switch
see
it
the
up.
hair. You got a ponytail going? What do you have? It pinned
Yeah,
up?
it's pinned
Very
up.
nice. Very nice. All
Yeah.
right. All right.
So yeah, it's
So
it's
you're going
exciting
corporate
times.
now. You're going corporate.
It's exciting times, and I want we are the official coconut water now of Royal Caribbean Cruise Line, Celebrity
big.
Cruise Lines.
Come on, tell us.
Royal Caribbean and Celebrity Cruise Lines are ordering 15,000 cases a week now from us.
50,000
cases.
cases a week.
It's
They're
crazy.
now calling Vinny
Listen,
Cash.
it's moving. Every
It's
time
with a bullet.
a Coco Love hits a ship, 500 cases are going out to each and every ship. Now they're even ordering fresh coconuts, the cocoa taps on the ships as well, with the
He's
branded.
still selling those, right?
Absolutely. Royal
love
Caribbean
that.
wants to give them an experience as well. So
Why
we're giving
not?
the Coco Love fresh coconuts as well, straight to the ship.
And that's all on Vinny's stuff. How many guys in the company now?
It's still small. I think it's like 20 of us, but it's growing so
Keeping
fast.
the expenses,
Yes.
tight.
Yes.
We're in a tight company. I'm running a
20
tight company.
tight, but we're go-getters. We're making
You're
it happen.
committed. You're making it
We're
happen.
Coco committed. We're changing the
I
game.
love it, man.
And it's only the start. We're taking this to $10 billion, and there's no
That's
stopping
it.
us. There's no stopping us.
You'll end up selling it to Pepsi or
I think
Coke.
we'll do easily $200 million with just Costco alone. It's unbelievable.
What about bigger than Walmart? I don't
know.
Walmart's fucking...
Costco, you move big volumes.
Yes.
Big volumes, and
Now, what does something like that cost? What are they charging for a can of this stuff?
So we're selling this for $3.98, $2.98 for the small ones, and half gallons for $8.98, and it's
That's
flying.
the retail price.
Retail price,
Right. Okay.
and it's flying. $4 for the best coconut water in the world, and now we're about to do an amazing special at Walmart. So you'll be able to get 3 cans. You get 2 cans of this for $6, or 3 cans for $6.
The smaller cans.
Yeah.
I love it.
Now we're really gonna crank it
Oh,
up
you're
and start
gonna-
flying
You
everywhere.
All you need are people to try it.
So I want to talk about something crazy that happened.
Let's go.
So I ended up meeting a friend of mine named Tony, and he has a sister named Kimberly Guilfoyle. And
Kimberly Guilfoyle. I happen to know.
Do you know who that is?
I was on TV with her on Fox TV a few times.
So
She's now the ambassador to, I forget the
Greece.
country. Yeah, Greece. That's right.
So
her and Donnie
he's
Jr.
like,
split.
He's like, listen, I love your product. Can we ship some over to my sister? So I went to her house, and I delivered some Coco Love to her house, and a week it was gone. I went back and delivered some more, and she's like, this is amazing. I love it. And the third time I delivered to her, she made a post, and she's like, I'm obsessed with this thing. And I got the whole Trump family drinking Coco Love.
That's great.
I went and I delivered again to Kai Trump. They're like, listen, Kai Trump wants
That's
your
the daughter.
product. She came
Yeah,
over
yeah.
to the house. She tried it. She loved it. This girl, Kai Trump, is getting more engagement than the Kardashians. She's on
huge.
fire right now.
Bro, she spoke at the convention
Yes.
when he
She
was
speaks
nominated.
so good. She's
a
so
kid.
good
She's a
on
golfer.
social
She's a
media.
big golfer. She's like 15.
Her YouTube,
I follow her. I'm a fan.
Her YouTube is on fire. I delivered
I'm
to
a
her
fan.
house, and now she's drinking it. And then I went to go. They're like, Eric wants some Coco Love too. So I delivered it to Eric Trump's house, and I got the whole Trump family drinking Coco Love.
We got to get the
because
president.
It is.
He drinks.
Listen,
he drinks a case
it's gonna happen.
of Diet Coke.
He's drinking Diet Coke. He drinks 10
Right.
cans a day.
You know what it is? Is there any way we can infuse some caffeine in it?
We got something coming out.
You understand what I mean?
We already got you covered, Ross.
I just want caffeine.
We got a cocoa juice coming out soon.
If you could put a little caffeine. Vinny, I hope you're watching. I know you're watching. Vinny's going to watch this, right?
We're already ahead of you.
We got to juice this,
we got
this
you.
podcast, bro.
Yes.
This will add 20 million to the bottom line, this podcast.
I'm telling you, what we are doing in the flavor of Coco Love mixed with caffeine or anything, it's going to be the best energy
caffeine.
drink. With the best energy
with
drink.
With caffeine.
I'm telling you.
You will have the number one selling energy drink in the world.
Tastes good, amazing.
Healthy, a little caffeine. I need a little caffeine, bro.
Listen, we are changing the game. We wanted to start off with the original flavors, but we're gonna change it up. We're gonna make
just juice it a little bit.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm
just
telling
juice
you, Ross,
it a little bit. I don't want to drink Red Bull anymore. Red Bull, unless you're writing me a check soon, I'm moving.
Listen,
Coco
Ross,
Love, baby.
we are changing the game. I'm telling you, this will be everywhere.
I love
Next
it.
5 years, 10 years, there's not going to be any store that you walk in, you will not see a Coco Love on the airlines. I am on an airline, and I am craving the Coco Love. I know. Every single airline will have a Coco Love on.
Well, the cruise ships, though. The cruise ships, that's huge. 50,000 cases a week.
And this year, Ross, we are the official sponsorship of the beverage at sea coming to Miami. So we are going to be in every single cruise ship. Look, we already got the biggest cruise ship in the world. Royal Caribbean and Celebrity Cruise Lines. We're launching Virgin soon. All of them. Like, it's no stop. Like, every single water park in the world drinking a Coco Love better than this Coke products that they're selling there.
Terrible.
Oh,
Terrible
my God.
For you.
I would love it.
Destroying my stomach lining. Terrible.
Absolutely. It's going to be everywhere. Every theme park, everywhere. It's unbelievable. This Coco Love revolution is changing the world.
I'm on the biggest podcast in Florida next week. I've been asked. It's hard to get on it.
Is it the PBD?
No. It's bigger, believe it or not, in Florida.
Really?
Yeah, PBD. I was with them last night, by the way, in Miami.
Okay.
Amrinda Kambar spoke at TED
Do you know him?
Which one?
Patrick?
No, but I met his he was there last night. I met his number 3 guy, Joseph.
Okay.
And
oh yeah, I got Joseph's info too.
You know Joseph. I'm gonna be there soon with these people. But cool. I was like the VIP last night, believe it, at this place with Tony Robbins. All these phenomenal people were there.
Wow.
And everyone wanted pictures with me and all that kind of stuff. It'll be also over social media soon.
Wow.
But this guy's company went from 0 to 300 million last year. From 0 to 300 million in 1 year. All e-commerce. Brilliant young man, 31 years old. And he claims that I'm his mentor.
Wow.
It's
so
really,
soon you're going to talk about my story.
Well, no, I'm on this.
He took it to 10 billion.
I'm on this podcast next week. I'm thinking maybe I'll go down there and I'll bring Coco Love with me.
Let me know. I'm going to come bring you some more cases and let's get it everywhere.
Maybe
I found out that Patrick he's right in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah,
so I'm just
right
going to
by
go
the airport. He just moved.
I'm going to go drop off some Coco Love to his office. I'm just going to walk in and pop up. And
I don't think you can but if anyone
you know what? If anybody can do it, it's me.
Anybody can do it. And Patrick, if you're watching this,
yes,
this is healthy stuff. And Patrick Medina is all about health, family.
Yes.
He stands for good things. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
He does. And so I'm excited for I'm so excited for you, Mark. I'm all jazzed up right now.
Yo, I am on fire.
I feel it.
I'm on fire every day because I know that this is generational wealth. You know,
It's beyond. It's even beyond wealth.
Yeah.
You know, you were pegged for success no matter what you eventually wherever your journey took you.
Yeah.
Once you decided that you wanted to be great at something,
absolutely,
it was only a matter of time till you manifest. The world, found your calling because the way you love to network, you love people, you're a good person. I mean, you don't have I don't see any bad in you. I just want to get to that in a minute, because we haven't talked about romance, the love life. Are you Coco Loveless? Are you Coco
I'm Coco
Love?
single. I'm Coco single.
He's Coco single. Now listen, we got it very dangerous because I have a lot of hot women that follow me. They're gonna
absolutely
they're gonna jump in there, baby. And you look like I would tell you look like $1 million, but I'd be shorting you by 10 million. Because you look great, bro. You're healthy, your face is glowing and all that.
And you know what? Once you eliminate that negative energy in your life and you just
always,
you just think positive thoughts, the world just manifests around you. And I don't have a bad thought in my mind at all.
I know you don't, and that's Stephanie is a wonderful judge of character.
Yeah.
And she wanted you on my podcast. She wanted this to happen.
I really didn't think I was going to go down this Coco game. I thought I was going to be Elon Musk, building my buses and changing the world.
Elon Musk is going to be drinking this soon.
Absolutely.
You know that, right?
Because there's no other better beverage in the world that I feel than Coco Love. I drink
God
10
gave
cans,
us this. God gave
10
us
cans
this.
a day, and literally it's so healthy for you. It's so good for you. And there's not another coconut water that tastes as good because of where it comes from. This is young Vietnam coconuts from the jungles of Vietnam, and it's
Crazy.
really unbelievable.
And where does Vinny live?
In Hawaii and Long Beach, California. So he bounces between Las Vegas, Long Beach, California, and Hawaii. Right now,
You're like West Coast Pacific guy.
it's crazy. It's every day I hear something new. Like, we are changing the game so big. Like, we just launched we're about to be in 20,000 7-Elevens in Japan. Like,
wow.
that's like, it's
wow, that's
like,
mind-boggling.
we are about to launch with Circle K and put in 300 of their gas stations are half-gallon jugs, which is the craziest thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like
jugs.
at Circle K.
It's
like
crazy.
It's crazy. It's just
so
like
crazy.
every day we fuel each other. Like every day they're giving me a new Walmart. Like it's just
Now,
we're
let
on
me
fire.
ask you a question.
Yeah.
There's no preservatives in this, right?
Yeah.
So if I buy a half-gallon jug,
Yeah.
right, and I put it in my fridge, okay?
Yeah.
Obviously I'm not going to drink that all in one day.
Yeah.
Me maybe one once in a while, but most of the time something like that could last me a week.
Mm-hmm.
Does it go bad?
What do you mean?
Like if you buy a half-gallon jug,
If you buy a half-gallon and if you seal it right away, it'll last you 2 weeks in your fridge.
it will last 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2
even
weeks
without
in your fridge.
preservatives.
If you don't open it, you can leave it outside for 18 months.
Oh, I know that because but once the air starts hitting it,
Once the air starts,
it oxidizes.
It oxidizes, and within 2 weeks it goes bad. So,
and that's
but usually
why-
it won't last 2 days in your fridge, Ross.
I got you. I know that.
Yeah.
But I like cans because I like to take it with me and carry it.
But all our cans and our bottles, we have 18 months on the half gallon. So if you don't open it, they're shelf stable. You don't need to put it in the fridge. You don't need to freeze it in.
Okay, that's
you
good.
don't need to bring it in. A lot of our competitors, they got to keep it cold.
Yeah.
So we do a high pressure pasteurization and we put it straight into the can. So it purifies it and it pulls it straight into the can and we extract the oxygen so that way it just stays fresh.
I love it.
So yeah, it's
That's the key. It's got to be
2
fresh.
years. 2 years in a
Right.
can. It'll be amazing.
Because what these big food companies do,
Yeah.
and I'm not going to name any, but I know most of them by name.
Yeah.
They are using preservatives, chemicals, which are all
Absolutely.
cancer causing, just so it lasts.
Absolutely.
It lasts. It can last friggin' 1,000 years because it's chemicals. It's
Yeah.
not natural. We want fresh. We want clean. We want what God gave us through nature, right?
Exactly.
Because
that's why it's
healing. It's nurturing.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's hydrating. All these good things.
Absolutely.
Now, how is a guy like you? No one scooped you up yet. No one groomed you up. Now you've had some love in your life, right?
I've had some love in my life, and
I mean, you're Brazilian. I mean, the whole thing. You're very romantic. I got a feeling.
yeah,
Because when you're passionate, you're a passionate guy.
absolutely.
So tell us about yourself personally.
So it's been quite a journey. I was single for a while, and then about 2 years ago, I got married, and that was a good. It was a good part of my life because I was with an older woman. She was really successful, and I learned a lot in my life from her. And unfortunately, she was addicted to drugs.
Ooh,
And
I didn't expect.
I didn't
I didn't see
know-
that coming.
I didn't know the effects of it because I'd never been involved with drugs. And it turns out she was addicted to Xanax.
Oof.
And
That's a serious
once
drug.
the drugs hit her, it made her a different person. She was really smart. She was one of the smartest people in the world. She was in Mensa. Like, she was one of the smartest people
really?
in the world.
Intellect.
She was one of the owners of Hard Rock hotels and casinos worldwide.
Wow.
So I really had gotten with a big boss. She was next in line to be the president of Hard Rock. And she was like, listen, I'm going to put your transportation company into the Hard Rock. And it'll be a $5 million, $10 million contract, and there's no other way to pull up to the Hard Rock. Let's give them an experience. She
love it.
totally believed in me. We got married, and unfortunately, she passed away.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, bro!
It's been a crazy journey.
I'm so sorry.
It's been a
expect
crazy
any of that.
journey. So
How much older than you was she?
She was 43. I was 37. So it wasn't that
No,
far
not
of a
crazy,
difference.
Not at all.
But she was really smart, and she was like her intelligence was one of the things that
Attracted you,
was
turned you
attracted
on.
me. Yeah, she believed in me, and she was all about business, and she was helping to control her family's billion-dollar empire. So I was like, this will be a good thing, you know. We can have a kid together,
Right.
And automatically, once you have a kid, the kid's automatically wealthy. Like the casino pays them for the rest of their life. So I was thinking, like, wow, this would be an amazing.
Was she Indian?
She was 50% Indian.
I remember
the
tribe,
highest,
right? So they get
the
paid,
highest,
right,
yeah.
forever.
So she was an amazing person. Her name is Markley Medina, and unfortunately, in July she passed away.
This past July?
Yeah.
Right, a
So-
month before I met you.
I get a call.
Christ,
I
bro.
get a call in the middle of the night that she unfortunately passed away, and I mean we were going through some stuff, you know.
That happens.
But I mean I didn't want her to ever, you know.
Right.
She was more like my best friend.
We like separated at that point.
Yeah, we were kind of, you know, going through a rough patch
Working
because
it
of
out.
the drugs changed people,
And how did she pass? Do you know? I mean, did you get cause of death?
I don't really know the full story. All I know is that the drugs gave her seizures, and she was always having a seizure, and it was really scary. I don't know if you ever had somebody go through a seizure, but they
Yeah.
they go
They lose
on
control of their
They lose
bodies.
control of the floor. They fall on the floor, and they lose control of their body, and sometimes they stop breathing, and you have to bring them back to life. And that happened a few times where I was scared. I didn't even know if she was going to come back. I had to call the ambulance, and I guess this was one of those moments that she already had gotten a new boyfriend. We were still legally married, but her other boyfriend was living with her, and she had a seizure, and they called the ambulance, and she didn't make it back. But 2
God,
days
I'm sorry,
before
bro.
that, I went to go see her, and I gave her some Coco Love, and we, I let her try it, and, she was so happy for me and blessed me, and, it was, really, I felt at peace knowing that she blessed me and was so happy for me and so proud of me going to the next journey of my life.
And she's
I
out of
feel like
pain now.
everybody you meet in life is there to teach you something that'll help move you into the right direction.
with
you
that.
know, like everybody's there for a moment in time to teach you and learn from you. And I became a widow, and I got the blessing from her.
A widower.
Widower, yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm excited now for this new chapter of my life. I got the Coco Love, and I got all the love to give, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm just single.
These are
ready
the
to
Coco
mingle.
years.
Coco years, and
He was married, and he's a widower.
Yeah.
A lot of women look at that. They want a man that was married or is married because they
Yeah.
want to know that a man can make a commitment.
yeah, absolutely.
A lot of women, listen, you grew up in Florida, or you
Yeah.
spent your time in Florida, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, men are players,
Yeah,
men are ballers,
yeah,
and you're making money, and you're on the come up. You're part of something hot. We're gonna have to get you a bodyguard to fight the women off. I mean, it's gonna get crazy, bro. I mean, the women in this city, in this town, and in this
but you
state.
know what? I since having a limousine company and being successful, being I have a 250,000 followers, so getting girls is not an issue.
Right.
You know, there's lots of girls that want you, but I don't want any girl. I'm looking for that special one that's
woman.
smart, ambitious, that has something going on.
I got
I don't
it.
want that.
You want the
that
full
girl
package.
in the club. I don't want that girl in the
Right,
club. I
right,
want a
right.
smart girl that I can bring her anywhere, that I can bring her into any room. She's not gonna be a gold digger. I'm looking for that sweet girl next door that has it all and is sweet and kind and intelligent.
And you'd like to find a woman. You'd like to have a child. You'd like to have a family.
Absolutely.
Your own little Medinas.
Exactly.
Markley Jr., MJ.
Exactly. So I'm getting to that point where
You'd be a great father, I think.
I'm
great
ready.
husband, great father.
I just got a dog. So
okay.
yeah,
It's
in
like you're getting
November
ready.
for my birthday, I adopted a dog. I named him Coco Love.
I love it. What kind of? Oh, hey, let me
Let me
see.
show you. Yeah, so
And what breed?
he's a. I always wanted this dog, and Amanda always told me, my ex, always told me that I needed to adopt and not shop. So I went
I
down
love
to
that.
the Humane Society, and I started to look at dogs, and one had just come in, and it was a dog that I always wanted and dreamed about, but she didn't want to let me have him because we could never find one. And basically, it was a sign that told me that I needed to adopt a dog. So this is Coco. The
me
first
see,
day
let
I
me see.
got him.
Oh God,
So he's a golden doodle. He's
beautiful.
beautiful dog. And
Oh,
my bus has always had leopard on them. So I was
yes,
always into the like.
that's the whole thing. Yeah,
So I basically turned him into a lion.
that's so. It looks like a lion.
Yeah.
That's so great, bro.
So he's been the best joy into my life because
I understand.
I
You don't have to tell me. I get it.
yeah.
I'll never forget
So
when I got married. I was
Yeah.
married for 24 hours,
yeah.
and we didn't take a honeymoon. I bought a house for my wife on the beach,
Yeah.
and so she was out in the city with friends after
Yeah.
the wedding. They flew in from different parts of the country,
Yeah.
and they were out shopping. She calls me up in the office the next day. I'm married one day.
Yeah.
She goes, "Oh my God, I'm at the Kennel Club on Second Avenue, and I'm sitting here with the most adorable, cutest little Jack Russell Terrier.
Yeah.
I never had a dog in my whole life."
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, "Can I buy him? Can we get him?" I'm married 24 hours now. We're buying a Jack Russell Terrier. I really didn't. I was working. I didn't really, I wasn't thinking about it. I wanted to have kids, but
You're like, I'm not cleaning this up. You have to clean it up.
and she comes home with this little puppy,
Yeah.
6 weeks old. And I right away locked them up in the kitchen. I had a beautiful apartment in Manhattan, 2 bedrooms,
Yeah.
2 bathrooms, a big co-op, and she went out with the friends for dinner. I was so tired because we just got married, and we were waiting for the house to be ready. We were moving in. I was taking off 3 weeks from work and just gonna
Yeah.
spend it at the beach in Manhattan, right outside New York City. And this little dog somehow finagles her way over the gate, and she's by my little bed going, "Meow, meow." I'm watching a ball game, and I'm just chilling. And so I pick her up and I put her on the bed next to me, and I'm petting her, but I'm watching TV, and she goes to sleep on my chest, and for the next 10 years, this dog, wherever I was sleeping, she slept with me. It was my dog. And no matter what happened with my wife, she got in the middle. It got crazy sometimes. The love and the loyalty and, like that,
That's how I feel with Coco. Every time I get home, she just follows me around
dying
everywhere.
for you. Right.
Like
They
she'll
just
just
want
come
love.
and rub
Right.
her head on me and just like fully let's lay her body
Right.
on me, just like come rub me.
It's the
Come take me
greatest
for a
thing.
walk. I'll literally drive my bike. I just got a bike too, and I ride my bike around the neighborhood, and he follows me. I don't need a leash or nothing.
Really?
Yeah, like it's amazing.
It's dangerous. You got to be careful.
Yeah, I gotta be. But he's like trained. He like almost knows what to do. Like I go on the sidewalk, he goes
Right,
on the
right.
sidewalk, stays right with me, doesn't go to any other dogs. Like follows me
That's
right there
great.
next to me, and he's the most amazing dog
I love
ever.
it. I love it.
Coolest. It's like amazing. I just literally gave him a haircut, and I literally I turned him into Simba from The Lion King.
I saw the picture. It's amazing. It's so cool, right? What they can do.
Look. No, but I have an updated picture.
Oh, let me see.
I
So these
I
are the
dyed
Coco
his
years
hair
now.
brown to like the fur around to make him actually
I
like
see
a
it.
real lion.
It's a mane. It's like
Yeah.
a mane. That's so great, bro.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for you, man.
Yeah, so exciting, man. Everything's coming together. I got a beautiful house. It's everything I ever
You got
dreamed
the house.
of.
You got the dog.
The business.
You got the business. You got money coming in. You're growing
On fire.
something meaningful. Fire.
Meaningful. It's going to be all over the world, and it's excited. It's exciting to actually somebody who's an immigrant come into the world and be able to.
You are the American dream.
Absolutely. And
You are living the American
I
dream.
want to share one more thing that was
Please.
one of the most exciting moments of my life because coming here as an immigrant to this country and showing to the world that you can do something amazing and meaningful. I'm going to show you something that was really impactful. I got invited to a secret meeting.
Ooh, I love that.
And it was the moment in my life where I'm going to show you this picture, but
Can we talk about it? Not
yes,
even a secret?
yes, I can talk about it. I have the picture on my Instagram.
Give us some background. Go ahead.
Okay.
Set it up.
So, I got to meet Bolsonaro.
Who?
Bolsonaro.
Wow.
He is the ex-president of Brazil.
Yes, he is.
So,
oh my God.
So being from Brazil, getting to actually get invited to a dinner to meet the president,
With
he
the
wanted
president.
He wanted to meet you.
Well, you got the Trump family in your pocket now. I mean, what do you want?
But it was before that. You know what I'm saying? It was It was just exciting to know that, hey, I got to meet one of the most important people in Brazil that recognizes you for your work and all your hard work
ever
that you're doing, and it was just exciting, to know that, hey, I came from Brazil with nothing, and I'm making something, and I'm changing my family history forever. That's the
right.
most exciting
You're
thing.
You're building a legacy for you
I'm
and
building
your
a legacy,
family.
and my family are proud of me knowing that, hey, I'm doing something that's changing the world. I got on, when I was doing Uber, my mom said that I would never be famous until I got on the Brazilian channel. So I made it a goal to get on the Brazilian channel, and I had my mom's famous reporter come meet her and let her know that now I'm famous, and we did the whole Brazilian interview for TV Global for 100 million people. So it was just like different levels of my life. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. But the Coco Love years are coming now, baby.
But yeah, this 2025 is going to be really exciting.
You're leveling up.
I bought 10 vehicles this year, 7 Red Bull trucks, distribute them all over the country.
Wow.
It's really, I'm changing the Coco game, and Coco Vinny is trusting me, and there's nothing that I say. He's like, let's do it. He's not a person that's like, no. He's like, yes, let's do it.
I got to think about it. Let me think about it.
No, it's like, listen, let's do it. I believe in you.
Let's go.
Let's
go.
If I say, hey, Vinny, let's change a can, he's like, all right, Markley, you say so. Let's do it, because he trusts me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm adding value. I just don't talk about it. I deliver.
He knows you're going to go out there and break your back and make shit happen.
From the moment I add my marketing into Walmart, you see it go from selling 1 can to 12 cans right away with the right marketing.
There's no question.
And it's unbelievable.
Okay, 2 things left, okay?
Absolutely.
Where do you see Markley Medina, Mr. Coco Love, let's say in 5 years? I mean, I think we know already, but I want to hear it from your mouth.
Me and Coco Vinny are going to be chilling on an island.
In 5 years.
Drinking the Coco Love with lots of Coco cash. And then we'll be, even if we sell the company for $10 billion, we'll be really set up for life. And me and him are so creative that we'll go on to make other new products. We are not only in the Coco Love game, but we're also planting 1 million coconut trees around the world. So I
love that.
We got 1,500 acres in Hawaii, I think 1,500 acres in Puerto Rico, also in Costa Rica. So we are going to control the coconut space. So not only will we be planting coconut trees around the country, and every single portion of every can goes into our Roots for Change organization that we donate and help.
I love it. I just love it.
We're just changing the cocoa game. Even if we're multi-billionaires, which I know we are, but we are going to be doing something else next level. We're always coming up with other stuff. We're creating experiences in Hawaii that you'll be able to come off the ship and go to our Coco Love farm and have a full experience there as well.
Love to bring an experience.
We are changing the cocoa game.
Now, let me ask you.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to tell the world today? Well, I have you on camera right now.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to share with the world that we haven't covered?
I just want to let people know that if you have any dream, don't be afraid to chase it, because you can do anything your mind set to. If you say you're going to become the greatest Uber driver to walk this planet, go do it. If you say you're going to do something, do it. Don't just talk about it, act. Like when I say I'm going to build the coolest bus in the world, I did it. When I say I'm going to start my own manufacturing company, which I did, I started to sell buses for $250,000 each, becoming Elon Musk, when somebody says no, I say yes, and I don't stop until I get it. Nobody can tell me no, because I'm unstoppable. If you put your mind to something, you can do anything. If you take away all of Ross's money, he'll come back and do it twice as big because he's done it before. Because there's nothing that can stop you. You know, if you put in your mind that you're going to come to America and become a billionaire, you can do it. You just got to have the right action plan and do it. Because listen, if anybody's going to do it, it might as well be you. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, Markley Medina, Mr. Coco Love himself.
Let's
Thank
go.
you so much
Thank
for
you so
coming,
much.
my brother.
Let's go.
Let's fucking go.
We taking over the world. One Coco at a time. Me and Coco Vinny are changing the world. Coco Love coming to a store near you all over the world. It's only the start. There's levels to it.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. Peace out.
Coco Love to you.